ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Witch Queen, where I've basically been grinding out nightfalls. So I've finally got myself a decent role comedian. In all fairness, it's the only comedian I've had drop for me. Working on the Outbreak perfected and doing some of the hidden stuff in Front World. So I finally got the Fundament Shell. Nice new shader on it. It's quite snazzy. But what I haven't done is I haven't been back to the helm, because apparently Saladin wants to talk to us. I wonder if this is going to be another dark and slightly depressing story from when he was a wandering Iron Lord. You shouldn't give them mercy. I gave someone mercy once and she went on to slaughter a whole village. We were treating her like crap. It's like, well, you can kind of see both sides of that argument. Guardian.
You have done well. The Hive are in disarray. I spoke to the Scion running the equipment while you were gone, the one Keitel trusts above the others. I used words, while I allowed him to use telepathy. He hosted me in his mindscape. It was not what I had envisioned. A neutral place where we met as equals. He shared with me openly. He sees flashes of gray and red in the minds of the Hive. He interprets this as a vision. We will soon know where to attack. I was struck by the tone of his thoughts. His actions are heavy with a sense of duty. He does not enjoy working on an unwilling mind, no matter how wicked it may be. I mentioned Keitel, and he radiated warm feelings. Harsh, brutal feelings, but still warm. He and Keitel share an old friendship. Crow has been sulking more than usual lately. Perhaps I should encourage him to speak with the Scion as well. It may do him good. I will contact you when we have taken the new information from the Hive. Until then, Iron Will, Guardian.
It's been sulking more than usual. Oh dear. Let's get rid of some of these lower level ones. What you got for me? Damn it. What do I can... Oh, hang on. Rank ward. Damn it. Come on. Damn it. Just give me one where I can actually work with the frame, please. See, I don't even need the bow. I've got a 1552 bow. I don't need that. Come on, give me what I can work with. Please? Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, another piece of mind for me to work on. How many more do I need before I can start shaping them? Oh, I only need one more frame after that. Sweet! Cash that in, cash that in. Not doing too badly, not doing too badly. Oh, I need to, hang on. There it is. I have gained insight. Which means I can upgrade the table. What do I want to purchase this time? Each time you decode a seasonal weapon each week, it will roll with an additional selectable perk. Nice. Completing raids, dungeons, and No. And non-seasonal playlist activities has a chance to grant Umbral energy. Ooh, which one do I want to go for? Kind of want to go for that one. Because non-seasonal playlist activities, that strikes at Gambit and Gambit. Yeah, strikes Crucible and the other one, which we will not name.
I didn't expect your people to deploy a cannon quite that large. I don't think the Hive did either.
A cannon is unexceptional, no matter the size. But a guardian with the tusks to climb into one and fire themselves at a Hive ship?
When death is no longer an obstacle, it becomes a remarkable teacher.
Lessons learned in your crucible.
And the Iron Banner. Lord Saladin is very proud.
He may not appreciate the comparison, but he thinks like a Primus.
Empress, I know this is a sensitive topic, but how long do you believe your forces can commit to a sustained war against our enemies?
Until the last of us draws their final breath.
We have a loose assessment of your numbers, estimates on your fleet in orbit. If this is to become a permanent alliance...
Our war with the Hive is not a matter of strategy or force, Commander, but one of honor. Billions died on Torobottle. Countless more on other worlds of the Empire that collapsed to infighting or further invasion by Zebu Arath. Outside our rituals, the death of even one Cabal demands reprisal. A life for a life. The Hive have accrued a great debt.
And who will raise a monument to your people's honor when the last Cabal dies? Waging a war of vengeance.
You.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can appreciate where Keitel's coming from. I mean, the Hive took her homeworld. Don't piss anyone off. That's not a bad roll. You still sulking? Yep. Nothing new to interact with down here. Just wondering, why have they got Thrall in there? And obviously we've still got to capture a wizard, because we've got a Titan and we've got a Hunter, but we don't have a Warlock. Right, back to orbit. Right, let's have a switch key about my weapons. I do want to try and get the updated heating up and golden tricorn for this, because I really do love this fusion rifle. I want to try and get this finished, get another one of those so I can actually start forging my own piece of mines, because that is one hell of a pulse rifle. I was never a fan of pulses, but since I've started using them, good God, they are awesome. So I'm going to follow that. Right, so what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Ah! I'm going to run the preservation mission. Or preservation, sorry. I keep saying preservation for some reason. It's preservation. Run this mission, see if it's any different to what it was last week. Now so we have to fight through the first 2 encounters of the raid to actually get the mission underway.
They're relentless, the Scorn, fruitlessly striving for that which they cannot attain. Keep it from them.
Fly, my pretty Sivo particles, fly! I wonder how Saladin would feel if he knew the fact that we were using Siva as a weapon. Obviously, he's got some bad experiences with it. I'm going to assume, being as this is like the opening encounter for the raid, that this is a lot harder in that aspect, when it is actually the opening for the raid rather than just a daily mission. There we go. There's the door opens. Yeah, I did. The last time we did this mission, I did have a look around that area because it is a 25-minute timer, I think. It's either 15 or 25-minute timer for when you've completed the activity. And I looked around for a while, but it looked like I could only find 5 of them. So obviously I'm going to check on the way in to see if there are any more outside. Because there was an area we couldn't get back to because the door had shut. So I'm wondering if there's anything in that area before, because that seemed like a music source. Now I have to collect some knowledge. So it's 3 at a time. Obviously, if you've got a full fire team, it'll be a lot easier, but I'm guessing in the raid, ads are going to be spawning near constantly in this area. So it's literally going to be a case of 2 or 3 people go around collecting the knowledge to power this thing, and then the rest of them are on ad control. I mean, that would make the most sense. Let's go! Yeah, now that I know what to do, this is going to go a lot faster. Fly, my Siva, fly! I don't like how it hums when you get near it, because it literally sounds like a mobile phone going off. Like a phone that's on silent. Just goes... It sounds like someone... It sounds like I keep having to look over at my phone. It's just like, no, I don't have a phone call. It gets really distracting. I do like the fact that they've done a lot of like background buffs to stuff that they haven't actually announced, and one of the ones that I think they have actually buffed is Ammo Finder, because I've noticed I'm having a ton of special and heavy ammo drop like you do normally, but I did a Nightfall about half an hour ago, and see, there's 4 bricks right next to each other. I had one, I did a Nightfall earlier, and from one of the champions on it, I had 2 heavy bricks drop from him. I wasn't out of heavy ammo, I had heavy ammo, but I still had 2 bricks drop from the same champion. Whether it's a game bug or what, I don't care, it's awesome. Woo! Leveled up my rocket. Now if only I could finish off this catalyst. Oh, it's you! Oh, no. He must have turned into smoke to avoid my Siva. Now, I'm going to discuss a topic of stuff coming up in Destiny, because I mentioned a while ago that they're bringing back a raid from D1. Now, they've agreed that Crota in the current gamescape wouldn't work as a raid. It's not big enough. Obviously, they've brought Vogue back. Massive success. Everyone loves Vogue. So there's only 2 other options for a raid from D1, and that would be Kingsfall and Wrath of the Machine. Now, Wrath of the Machine I can kind of understand, but then because it's a fallen raid, we haven't had a fallen raid for a while ever since Scourge got taken off. But story-wise, I think Kingsfall. I really do think Kingsfall would be the better raid. I mean, I can't even remember if I've talked about this before, but I mean, can you imagine going into the Kingsfall raid trying to do the War Priest encounter, and you've just got like not unstoppable ogres, but barrier knights. You've got barrier knights like covering the plate, so you have to take them out before you can enter the damage phase. Then you've got for the Morgoth encounter, you're going to have like they modify it so you have like overload thrall. I think that's obviously not in the game at the moment, but actually, no, it's an ogre encounter, so it'll be unstoppable ogres. But yeah, it's that those sort of little things would actually make it a really good addition to the game, because there's so much you could do with Kingsfall. Not to mention the fact that it's one of the most satisfying boss kills in the game. Like Crota and Atheon sort of just, they sort of just collapsed into nothingness. Whereas Oryx, you actually saw him turn to ice as he fell through space away from his ship, and see his body plummeting towards Titan. Now, Saturn. Now that was cool. Why can't they bring something like that back? And have I collected all of it, or am I missing one? Is that all of it? Yeah, that's all of it. Come on, do a kickflip. Whee! That seriously looks like those grinders you get at rubbish dumps. The sort of thing they fit, like you see people like feeding like bricks and bowling balls into on YouTube. It looks like that. I'm going to die. Perfect timing there, Screams. I'm going to die. Bang. No. Oh, it's because that thing's still alive. That's good to know for when I actually do get around to doing the raid. Kill the abominations as quickly as possible, because otherwise you get the encroaching darkness. Similar to what you have in VOG. It is quite cool that you can get a taste of like what's to come in the raid by doing this. Because I mean, it's not like the full raid. You can't get raid gear. Apparently, if you find I think it's 10 like history lessons of Rolk, the main boss from the raid, you actually can unlock the exotic ghost. So it's similar to the ghost you have from the Deep Stone. But the fact that you can get it without actually having to do the raid is quite cool. If only that worked with raid loot as well. Obviously, that you can get the hidden chest apparently there's a hidden chest around here somewhere, but you can only do it in the raid. So you have to launch the raid and do it that way. Can't get it from this. But I've got the triumphs, and you can actually get the ghost shell. Yeah, kill him ASAP. That way you can take your time with the rest of them. Obviously, I've heard people like saying they were struggling with all these raids and that, but I'm guessing that was purely because it was, contest mode. I'm hoping, like normally, yes, it'll be challenging, but it won't be impossible like people have been saying. learning my knowledge. Drop this off. I mean, back to what I was saying about the raids. It would make the most sense about them bringing Kingsfall back as well, because they've been teasing the return of not only Oryx, but the Dreadnought for, well, since the launch of D2. I mean, the end cinematic where the Travelers reawaken to actually see the Dreadnought. And you ask me, it's a little bit strange that they would do that without actually, bringing it back properly. Here we go. Right, now I know what I'm looking out for in here. I'm looking for those, they look like, sort of like altar dishes. I still say this is one of the most, atmospherically, this is one of the most, probably the most imposing raids since Kingsfall. Wouldn't be a D2 raid, if it wouldn't be a Destiny raid if there wasn't just a massive drop that can kill you. These hive worms? I'm just checking around the sides here to see if there are any of those, I suppose information points would be the best way to describe them, because it's literally Rolk talking about himself. And so far we've learned that he was the one that originally tricked the worm gods. So he's been behind everything. Here's the worm. And there's either a dead worm god or it's a dead leviathan. Part of me thinks it's a leviathan, because obviously one of the information points actually said that that giant bone that was on the on top of one of the local point, on top of the point in the next room, or the actual boss area, was a rib bone from the leviathan. And is the door open? Yeah. So what happens if I select activate? Ooh. So I'm assuming that's going to be a combination lock to get out. Oh. What if it's a wishful sort of thing? Oh, I didn't even think of that. I must do some research. That's for another time. A time where it's not going to chew up an entire video of me just looking at my phone online, trying to find different codes to try. See, doors closed behind me. Yeah, I mean, I've been running Outbreak on pretty much every nightfall I've done since the Catalyst got released, and I'm finding it's really good because although the I don't know what the hell happened with that achievement there. Even though the actual damage output of the weapon itself is limited, the amount that the Seaver does isn't. I mean, my weapon was hitting like 700-800 per shot, but the Seaver rounds were hitting like 3,000-4,000. So if you get like a good cluster on an enemy, they're pretty much drowning in what they just get bombarded by Seaver rounds. So it's basically like firing a wolf pack round, isn't it? Right, obviously there's an ultimate here, so we can try that one first. Down. Right, now where was the ultimate? I literally just want to try activating it and see. Oh, do they only appear once you've cleared it? Right. Okay, that would make sense as to why it was such a long timer at the end of it. Okay. So obviously I've got to complete the mission first, then I can go around and look for, well, info. Wait, no, there's one out on the side here, wasn't there? This one I know is definitely here. So if it's not on the edge here, then I know we have to wait. Yeah, we have to wait. You have to clear the mission first, then you go back and find it. That's why it's such a long timer. So yeah, that bone up there, the Leviathan, the creature you saw on Titan swimming through the water, it's the same species as the one that was on Fundament, so that's one of its ribs. So if that's a rib, think about how big the creature actually was. He was a big boy. Also, I've seen people using the Throne World rocket launcher, but not makes that no one's using the Palmera, which I can't understand because the Throne World weapon, yes, it gives you like increased damage in that, but the Palmera's got built-in tracking. I mean, the base model of it, like before you even started leveling up, it's got a tracking module automatically on the weapon. Then you can have it drop with lasting impression and impulse amplifier. I mean, what's not to like about it? That's clear. Right, time to go out. Does this mean I can go into the final room? Oh god! Hey boys. Yep, final room is open. Now, from what I found last time, the ads will just keep respawning. So what I need to do is I need to take up the big guys as quick as possible. Yes! Oh, that has made me very happy. Now I need to get the safety so I can activate it. Yeah, he says being chased down the corridor. Right, there we go. Right, I'm not going to worry about the Triumph. I'm just going to activate the Catalyst. Because with the Catalyst, it basically increases the number of Deceiver nanites. Deceiver nanites do more damage. And then any enemy that dies with Deceiver nanites on it spawn more Deceiver nanites. Look at that! Look at the size of that cluster! Fly, my pretties, fly! Oh, right in the face. Bang. Oh shit, oh shit. It's a very delayed smoke bomb, that. Will you stop taking pot shots at me? I am just trying to kill your boss. One of your bosses. I know there's two others over there. Right, that's one down. You know what I said earlier about heavy ammo dropping a lot? I haven't seen a single brick in here yet. So now I've completed the Outbreak catalyst, I've now got to work on the Monarch. Because from what I've seen, obviously, Void 3.0 is absolutely awesome. And obviously, once you've got, you stick volatile rounds on, and any Void kill you get turns your health. Right, it's just you and me, buddy. And all the friends that you just spawned in. me a heavy brick, damn it! Yes, Bex finds it very amusing that when the shields drop from those score, they just spin constantly on the floor. She had that when I was doing a Horizon video as well, when I pulled the grate off and it ended up just doing breakdancing on the floor. There we go. And everyone else
Scorn are dealt
despawns.
with, for now.
Discover
But they'll be back.
truths.
And so will we.
The Upended. A title suitable for that which turns worlds upside down. When I was still uninitiated, I would stand guard at my post. I would look to the sky and see the two sons of my Lubre. One
Right, so this is one we've already
eternally
had.
shaded in the dark, the other always a brilliant blue. And in them, I had seen the folly of our kind.
And that's obviously the
A
way
fear of
for the
something
next
we believed
encounter.
bigger than us, and a reliance on that which kept us. That blue sun that we harnessed our power from. A simple reversal of that power cracked the blue in half, shut it off, and Lubre died. I did not know it at the time, but it was necessary. And now that Sabathun has trapped me within these walls, it will be necessary again. My witness. Whether I survive Sabathun's betrayal or not, the Upended will ensure we salvage our perfect goal. The final abyss awaits us all.
Right, now, obviously it's not actually... I do actually have to find the different ones as well, because obviously that listening to that one again didn't count towards the Triumph. And obviously you need all 10 for the Triumph to unlock, so I'm guessing there's 5 other ones hidden around here somewhere. You definitely can't get back to the previous area, so I'm wondering maybe they're hidden around here somewhere. Because obviously I've checked the other outer rooms. Round the back here? Nope. Because look, you've got a 15-minute timer. Or 20-minute timer, one or the other. It's a very long timer.
Puppets, all of them. Every last krill. Every last hive. I once believed in a higher calling as they do. But you know that. You rescued me from that. Eternal appreciation doesn't even scratch the surface of what I owe you for the gifts you gave me. I know you hoped the krill would see it too. We tried. We really did. But we had to let them struggle. All because of a belief that purpose had finally found them. Given them strength to conquer an oppressive home world.
It looks like it's the same
How else were they to grow?
same issues we were having last time, so
Their loss,
I will
however,
end the
for
video
them
here.
to
Thank you guys
create,
for watching. Leave a like if you
not
enjoyed the
us.
video, and subscribe if you want to see
We
more
will
content like it.
continue
As
forward.
always, there'll be a link to the full
Greater
playlist in the
purpose
description. I hope to
awaits.
see you next time.
I
Adios.
would